Hi guys, it's Eric.
And Adam.
And today is Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. We have been meaning to do this video for quite some time. We are finally going to sit down and talk about it. A lot of you have been asking us on our live what we think about this situation. And in case you don't know, what is this situation that we speak of?
Yeah, something recently happened with someone on YouTube, and her name is Mocha Frappuccino. We don't know how to pronounce her name. We don't care to know how to pronounce her name. We're never going to be friends with her, so I'm probably never going to meet her. There we go.
Don't really care to at this point.
Yeah, but she did bad things.
And her husband, she is married, she has kids, and about 2 years ago, she and her husband decided to adopt from an agency in China, and they flew over there, their entire family, and adopted this child, this little boy. And about 2 years later, after bringing him home, decided that his healthcare needs didn't fit within their parenting skills or parenthood. And so basically they couldn't handle it. And so they decided to put the child back into the system. So many thoughts and so much boiling coming up to our ears, steam. It's just... So we also spoke about how an agency in Philadelphia is not allowing for same-sex parents to adopt because they don't feel like they're fit to be parents. So this is the perfect example of straight heterosexual parents not being fit. So I'm just like, where is that line? And this is the perfect scenario to basically fight them and basically kind of say, red flag over there. What about your heterosexual parents that you think is so perfect? Well, guess what? Not so perfect.
Yeah, I think it's heartbreaking. I think it's disgusting what they did, because that child deserves love, and they... So, because I was seeing a few comments around the internet about like, oh, if it was her biological children, then she wouldn't put them back into the system. We can speak as parents that have non-biological children, and we would never give back our child, no matter what. Literally,
Couldn't even imagine it.
There's no reason, like...
But even if something were to happen, we would do anything and everything we can to make them feel comfortable, to make them feel loved, accepted.
Because they're our kids.
Exactly.
Like...
And I just think that to all of the other gay parents that are out there who work so hard to create a family of their own, they want kids, they go through adoption, they go fostering, they go through surrogacy, and for this straight couple to be able to just fly to China and adopt a baby, and it just seemed so easy for them. It's just aggravating, because
yeah.
I know a lot of gay parents who wait years.
Yeah.
We saw a couple who was waiting, they had waited 3 years,
Uh-huh.
and they hadn't been matched with anyone yet, and it just doesn't make sense.
There's so many aspects of their whole story and situation that just rub me the wrong way. Like the video that they had of them meeting the child that they were adopting started out with Mocha Frappuccino just like getting done up, doing her face. I'm like, what are you doing? Like a lot of what I didn't follow them basically at all until all this came out and we were tagged on Twitter about this whole situation.
We still don't follow them.
Yeah, never have, never will. But that's how I was introduced to this whole story, is because someone tagged us on Twitter. And so I was just like, oh my God. Like a few of the videos and pictures and stuff that I saw just felt so vain on her part, the parent, the mother, that like, it's just like, are you a parent for the right reasons? Like, are you a parent for the vanity of it or something? Another aspect of that video where they meet the child they're adopting is that they brought all their other kids with them, and I'm just like, that is so overwhelming for the child being adopted. Also, why are you going to fly your other children halfway across the world? That's a long flight. Like, why would you put them through that? And plus, you should have some one-on-one with the child you're adopting just so that child can get used to you. Like, there's just so many things. I'm like, what are they doing? It just seems all for show and all for views. It's just like, ugh, it's so gross. It's so gross. I'm anxious to see their future, and I'm anxious to see the child that they put back into the system's future, because I know that child is going to do amazing things and inspire so many people. That child already has. And there's so many people that still follow and support the creator that
Her
did all
following
this.
has actually increased, like on Instagram.
I think so, yeah.
She got a bunch of new followers.
And I'm just like, I'm sitting here like, oh my, like, please.
Why are you supporting her?
Well, and for like young followers to think that that's okay to do to a child, I'm like, oh God, please, like, please don't think that this is okay to like get a child, basically like have a child as a vanity project, and like it came across to me at least like using it for views and fame and all this stuff. Like, I really hope that people that follow her that are young don't think that that's okay to do, because it's not. Like, kids are not disposable at all. They're not something that you can just like, you get, and then if you don't like it, oh, I'm just gonna return this to the store. Like, no.
That's not how it works.
No.
And I don't even know how it was accepted that she was able to even do that.
Well, and like,
and now they're just like living their life, like,
but like, what's
no consequences.
Like, what your heart has to be to do that.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It's gross. Clearly, we're being quite like vague about the creator because we don't want to give her any.
No, and we don't want to bring up the child's name. We don't want anything like that. Like, we're hoping that this child will go on and have an amazing life. So we don't want to create a video in order to focus on that. And focus on him.
I'm more focused on
the
her
situation at hand.
And I guess I'm not talking much about the husband, dad, in this whole situation, but he seems to be just as bad. And I saw a video of her speaking to the child she was adopting, and the way she spoke to the child, it was something like, oh, he's having a freak out meltdown, and that's why we don't show videos of the child, blah blah blah. Meanwhile, the child was perfectly fine next to her, acting great. I'm just like, what?
Watching that.
What is happening? Like, one, how could you talk to a child like that? Two, why would you talk to a child like that? It's not even healthy. Three, like, this is your child. Like, show the child love. Oh my God.
It just makes me think, like, do parents need to go through a parenting 101 before they have children?
You either have it in you or you don't, in my opinion.
Well, there needs to be something, especially with adoption agencies. I mean, they talk about, like, doing, the home tour where you go through and you make sure that everything is great. So they do all that, but I'm like, what about the person? Because I know when we went through surrogacy, we had to actually talk to a therapist about, us being parents and what that meant to us and why we wanted to be parents. So it was not easy for us. We had to go through things that not every parent needs to go through. And it's just like, does every parent need to go through that? Like, it is a requirement that once you are pregnant or once you sign up for an adoption agency or fostering, that you have to go through a psych evaluation and making sure that you're okay. I don't know. We just wanted to let you know of our thoughts on that. Clearly, they are not positive thoughts, and
we're not pro her. We're anti. Children are amazing, and they should be treated as such. They should be treated with love, kindness, respect.
They're not store-bought. They don't have a return receipt. So that is our thoughts on that situation. But in lighter news, this Friday, Adam's EP, which was just released under the name of Cuin, Destination Unknown is the name of the song. You can go purchase it on Bandcamp this Friday, June 19th, and their proceeds that Bandcamp makes will be donated to the NAACP, and that is really exciting. So if you haven't purchased it yet, head on over this Friday and do so then. We love you all. Thank you for watching. We hope to see you soon. 3